There's a statewide system failure for people trying to get their real ID. Anyone without a passport or military ID will need the new license to fly domestically beginning this October. NewsChannel's Jamison Keefover learned what drivers should expect if they're trying to sign up for one. Jamison.
Yes, Mark, everyone I spoke to said they're frustrated with the way this system is working right now. Many tag agencies in Tulsa have been working with this operating system since July, but starting last month, they started to see the system crash, and now they're starting to lose business. Stephanie, Oklahoma drivers waiting for their name to be called to get a real ID.
You had to be trained to be able to do this because we are now seeing stuff that we've never had to deal with before. Birth certificates, passports, Social Security cards, stuff like that we've never dealt with before.
A new statewide system for tag agencies that has made their jobs more difficult.
It's a slower process than we're used to. Used to take about 5 to 10 minutes to process somebody on the old system. Now it's taken at least 15 to 20 minutes. We're hoping that when they get all the kinks out, it'll go down to 7 to 8 minutes per person.
Kinks like the system shutting down daily, tag agencies turning customers away, and Oklahoma drivers having expired licenses.
If someone's license expires while they're still waiting for a real ID, is there a grace period or are they just stuck with what they get?
Yeah, there is no grace period. That would take a legislature change, something at the legislature for that as well. So there is not technically any grace period. So we want people to be aware of the expiration dates on their licenses and plan ahead and plan accordingly.
But appointments are booked out until March at many locations.
We're doing our stuff by appointments. But we also do walk-ins, but you have to be here by 1 o'clock to get into the line for the walk-ins. Earlier the better.
If a driver doesn't need a real ID because they already have a passport or military ID, a regular license can be purchased online. In the meantime, the state is still trying to make the system work better for tag agencies.
And we've asked them to partner with us too on trying to resolve the issues with the slowness with the system or the system shutdowns and asking them for information.
Now, the pandemic can be partly to blame for some of these issues that we're seeing. It pushed back the training that tag agents had to go through, and it also made it more difficult for technicians to get their hands on that equipment. So far, they have been able to identify and fix some of the issues in the system, but they're still trying to locate and fix the issue, the root issue in this system. Live in West Tulsa, Jamison Keefover, News Channel 8.